Hello, Rosh from Energy Matters. Welcome to our podcast, Road to Zero, where we dive headfirst into all things renewable. Join us as we chat with industry experts, tech specialists, and some of your favourite TV and radio personalities asking the renewable energy questions that you want answers to. Our goal, a zero carbon future. This morning, I am delighted to welcome Maridza to our show, who is the Features and Sponsorship Director for Exhibitions and Events Australia. Good morning, Maridza. How are we?
Good morning, Rosh. I'm well. How are you going?
I am very well, thank you. Very well indeed. I know we had a quick chat before we went live, but oh my God, it's been an absolute roller coaster so far this year, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been crazy, and I can't believe we're into April already. I guess after the Easter break coming back, and it's just bang on again. So it's hectic.
It is. I mean, look, it does seem like it's absolutely flying. And I know both of us have got such full schedules of things we're doing this year, which is why it's so exciting to have you on this show today, just to understand what's going on for you and with the home shows that are coming up. So before we get too stuck into that, let's just do a bit of background. I always like to know, and for our audience likes to know, who we're speaking to. So tell us about yourself, Maridza. Tell us about you, your career today.
Yeah, sure. So I guess it's a mixed bag, really. I started off with iconic company known as Yellow Pages. Yellow Pages, a long way back, very much, I guess, remembered by the commercial Not Happy Jan. So I worked with them. That they went then to Telstra and Census. So it was really interesting working with them through, I guess, their transformation journey. I left there and then I went to work in the world of travel, which was really exciting because I'm a travel buff myself. So worked for a travel wholesaler, then left them and worked for the Body Shop, which was also really interesting. And then I've now landed at Exhibitions and Events Australia. So very different industries. So it's been great.
That's absolutely fantastic. I mean, I know a few people from the early days and sort of Yellow Pages and Census. I mean, and that breed was fantastic. I mean, it almost was such a high level of personnel to come out of that organisation. Myself personally having that sort of sales marketing background, it really was a great sort of feeding ground, I think, for really fantastic professionals, and which you clearly are. But what made you choose this role? I mean, having from Body Shop and from travel, obviously Census makes sense, but being that early part of your career, what had you then jump into exhibitions and events?
Well, what I really loved about exhibition and events is, I guess, the realm of portfolios they have. So, they run 14 consumer exhibitions per year. And beneath their umbrella, they've got the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival, the Every Woman Expo, and obviously the home shows. Also quite a large organisation with some presence as well in New Zealand. And I guess what I loved about EEA and the home shows in particular is that, you've got this, it's bringing the big pictures to life. So you've got this creative license, it's a blank canvas. And in my role especially, it's about creating opportunities and creating some really big picture ideas and seeing them come to fruition, I guess. And that's what I loved about EEA and my role.
That's fantastic. I mean, I've attended a number of the home shows over the years, and they do seem to get grander and grander. And the stands just not, blow my mind. I mean, they're absolutely fantastic. I mean, they must cost an absolute fortune to put together. But, the creativity is phenomenal. I mean, tell us a little bit more about the Melbourne Home Show. So that's obviously coming up very soon, isn't it?
Yes, it's we're full steam ahead now. So I'm counting down the days and we're really excited. It starts on the 21st of April. So it starts on the Friday and then it finishes up on the Sunday. So, it's going to be a fantastic show, very dynamic and always changing, as you've said earlier. So, very much busy and putting into the final touches now.
Beautiful. Well, I can't wait to attend. I've got a few friends obviously presenting there, which we'll talk about in a sec, and some awesome partners as always, which is great. But tell us, I mean, what's a few of the big brands that we can expect to see? Who do we know that's going to be there?
So we've got Philips that will be there this year. We've got Arlec coming in with some fantastic stand. We've got Cook and Bay, the really great kitchen company. We've got M&Co around interiors. We've got Asa Abloh with home security. We've got Solar Victoria coming in, and obviously our friends Goodwe. So quite a few big brands coming into the show.
Fantastic. Well, I was going to mention Goodwe, but before I do, if they're demonstrating cooking and kitchens, is there going to be any cooking actually going on? I mean, will they do,
No, unfortunately, no cooking this year, but there's definitely going to be some really beautiful kitchens that's going to inspire everybody to whip up an amazing dish at home.
To want to cook. Now, fair enough. Well, I can't wait to see it. That's going to be awesome. Now, Goodwe, obviously a great partner of ours. As you know, they're featured on a couple of different TV shows. For anyone that actually can make the actual show, try and rock up if you can on Saturday morning, because we will be filming there. And we'll be filming a little episode for Renovate or Rebuild that's coming up next year, early next year. So certainly we'll be filming Goodwe. But why we're filming there is not only is it a beautiful environment to film at, but also Goodwe will be there with their truck. Have you seen their truck, Maritza? I mean, are you aware of what you're letting yourself in for?
I have. I've seen their truck numerous times. I was for the launch of the truck, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
Really, really innovative. I love the fact that they can just pack up and drive into the show. So their bump-in time is minimal. They literally drive in and open the side of the truck and they're all ready to go. So really great truck, and it's always busy. There are always visitors at the truck. So great to have them part of the show again.
No, that's absolutely fantastic. And look, I won't spoil it for anyone who wants to rock up and see it. I mean, it'll certainly be on camera, so you'll see it on TV next year. But it literally does showcase all the latest and greatest technology that Goodwe offer.
Yeah.
And an educational environment. And it's absolutely fantastic. So you have to see it to believe it. It's well worth seeing. Maritza, as well as obviously my good mates from Goodwe there and a few others. I mean, I hear you've got some great presenters this year. Can you tell us who's going to be on stage and what they'll be talking about?
Yeah, definitely. So we're really excited this year. We're actually launching a kitchen and bathroom feature in partnership with the Kitchen, Bathroom and Design Institute, KBDI for short. And I guess, what we love about this is that we've heard our visitors. Kitchens and bathrooms is one of our highly sought areas. So we're bringing in a dedicated feature where we're going to have some really great kitchen and bathroom suppliers there. As I mentioned earlier, we'll have Cook and Bathe, we've got Modular Plus, we've got Sanctuary Makers, so visitors can come and see product and suppliers as well. We've got fabulous award-winning designers that'll be there from MJ Harris and KBDI. So we're really giving our visitors, I guess, the opportunity to connect a supplier and a designer, to get inspired with their own renovations. On our kitchen and bathroom stage, we've got the fabulous James Treble. Yes, best in the business, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
So he's fantastic. He'll be MC over the 3 days. We've got some real industry leaders from KBDI presenting. We're going to cover topics like practical kitchens, what to think around when you're renovating your kitchen and bathroom, how to avoid your bathroom renovation blunders, and what to think about when you are renovating. So there's such an array of content that's really going to give our visitors, I guess, some value add and really inspiration for them for their own projects.
Which is absolutely fantastic because it's what, shows like The Block, which I love, and obviously Renovate or Rebuild and Open Homes Australia, which we're obviously part of, are fantastic shows, but everything happens so quickly. So in this environment, you actually get the opportunity of seeing, someone who's an expert in their field talking at length about the things to look out for, giving you tips, which you can obviously get your notebook out, write these things down. And then once you've got those tips and you've heard those guys talk, if you get the opportunity to ask a question, great. But then you can walk around and actually see examples of those kitchens, of those bathrooms, review your notes, and then go and ask the people manning those stands, okay, look, this is what this person spoke about. Can you tell me a bit more about it in terms of application and what I can see in front of you? And obviously we're intending to maybe renovate, not for another couple of years, maybe a bit longer. But once again, there's a lot of, having the opportunity just to do your research now and to start building ideas. It's so valuable. So I'm really, really excited to be there. I think we've got to be there stupid o'clock in the morning, but
it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it.
I don't know, silly idea that was anyway. But no, looking forward to it.
The other great thing that we've got also, Rosh, is another new feature this year, which is all around home interiors. So again, listening to our visitors, home interiors is again in our top 5. So what we've now created as well, which is new to the show and really exciting, is a home interior zone. So we've got some really beautiful home interior products from M&Co, the Milano fans and Tick Shop. And again, we've got an MC within that dedicated stage area. She's known as the Renovation Queen, and her name is Naomi Findlay. So she's going to MC our stage for the 3 days. And on that stage, we've got some really renowned interior designers, and they're going to be running master classes, which is really exciting. And they're going to give our visitors some inspiration around color palette, what's trending, what's, what to consider around sustainability in the home. So again, a lot of value add and tips for our visitors as well, focused on home interiors, which is another great area.
That's absolutely fantastic. Now, I know the answer to this question, but just for anyone who's watching, is it free to attend?
It sure is. It's free to attend, and register for your ticket on the link. Any day, Friday to Sunday. We'd love to have you come to visit the show. There's so many exciting presenters. We've got paid workshops, so it'll be great for you to attend, just even for a day out as well.
On that link, once you click it, I looked at it earlier, and it goes to a landing page where you can do the registration, just to then show you also how to register for a masterclass and for one of the workshops.
Yeah, definitely. So you can register on the top part for your ticket for the show. And then as you scroll down to the bottom, they've got, the sessions for our amazing workshops as well, which is also new to the show this year.
Fantastic. And I believe my good friend James Treble is going to be hosting a breakfast.
He sure is. James and Naomi are going to be hosting a breakfast, up close and personal with James and Naomi. And we're really excited because they're going to be, sharing their journey within the interiors and giving some personal insights around renovation, helping those attendees with their own renovation projects, giving them the opportunity to ask some questions one-on-one. And they're also giving away some fantastic interior design packages. So is going to win some amazing prizes. So
fantastic. Well, that's even more incentive to get there. What's for breakfast? Do you know?
It's a selection of a buffet, so there's plenty to choose from.
Awesome. I'm a foodie. Okay. That's what get me there. Oh, hi, James. Didn't realize you're going to be here. The breakfast looks amazing. Fantastic. And can you tell me a bit more about yourself from the show? So obviously, from our perspective, from the NGMAT's point of view, yes, we love the people that be exhibiting. I mean, some amazing technology. We know the emphasis is now moving towards sustainability, energy efficiency, using materials that have been, manufactured in the most sustainable method possible. So we, from the shows that we've been working on, we know that stuff is now very present, and it's awesome to see it. So we can't wait to see more. But in terms of the setup of the show, I mean, why did you choose Ken Shed for the exhibition? I mean, tell me more.
Yeah, well, all of our Melbourne shows actually run at MCEC Jeff Shed. And the reason why, we choose that venue is because MCEC is renowned as one of the most sustainable event destinations. So I guess for us, it's about creating that environmental atmosphere, and starting with venue selection, I guess, is the start of that entire journey. Beyond the selection of the venue, what we're also doing is we're moving to a digital show guide, which we send out to our visitors before the shows.
Fantastic.
Which is really, really great. And we also have QR codes at the show so that our visitors can actually be directed to particular information that they're after. So we're removing that, distribution of paper that way through QR codes. We're also now introducing digital kiosks throughout the show where we've actually got our timetables on rather than having signage and banners. So we're doing a lot to move towards the sustainability aspect within the way that we organise the show, but also looking at our exhibitors. We've got exhibitors there that really focus on energy saving, efficiency within the home. We've got the likes of Goodwe. We've got Solar Victoria also coming in. So I guess in all, we're really trying to move to that sustainable environment.
Which is absolutely fantastic to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, my experience always at these places are you rock up, there's a goodie bag, and then everyone's just shoving paper in your hands, and ultimately it just ends up in the bin, right? Like it's very rare if there's a water bottle or something of value, you'll take that. But then most of the time it's trash, and it's kind of like it's a shame. So the fact that you have actually taken those steps to move towards more digital is fantastic. It does take a little bit of time, especially if you're used to looking at things visually, like holding something a bit more tactile and aesthetic, and as opposed to just being purely visual. But at the same token, having it on your phone means you constantly can refer to that and note what time things are on that you actually want to go and see if someone's talking, and just really make the most of it digitally. So that's absolutely awesome. You've taken those steps. Love it. I mean, how important, just a bit more holistic and really about the exhibitions themselves. I mean, obviously there's a lot going on. It's your job, I know. And at the same token, how important are these types of exhibitions today? We've gone through COVID, it's a time where there wasn't any exhibitions. People kind of learned to use the internet, even if they didn't want to, they had to, and then we've gone from having nothing but just your immediate environment around you to inspire you to now, massive exhibitions again. How important are they today?
I believe that they're imperative, and specifically, I guess around the home show, what we've seen from an exhibitor perspective is that we're providing them with a targeted audience. So our visitors, we've got 98% of our visitors are actively renovating or building. So as an exhibitor of the show, it gives them the ability to showcase their product. And actually to speak to the visitors as well, and also to give them some really professional advice, because our visitors want to make informed decision when they're making their purchase. So I think it's really great to connect the buyer and the seller. It's almost a one-stop shop at the show. And I think the other thing that's really important is, as you've touched on, is the ability to connect. What we've seen is that people want to reconnect. And this actually gives them the opportunity to also do that. It almost acts as a one-stop shop for both visitor and exhibitor. If we look at our exhibitions, especially home show, as visitors, our visitors spend around 66 million at the show. So it's, it is a big consumer event. And if we sort of look at the products there, our visitors want to touch and feel as well. They're making big purchases, so they want to make the right choice.
No, fair play. Is there a lot of transactional activity that happens at the actual show? So can people actually buy kitchens, order kitchens, purchase stuff there, or is it purely if they can?
Yeah, definitely. So, it's a combination. So people can actually buy at the show, and then obviously, place a deposit, what have you. But the other thing too is that, our visitors may come for some inspiration. They may not be renovating or building immediately, but they probably have a project that may start in the next 6 months. So they come there for some information, and then they create, contacts that they will reach out to post-show. So it's a combination of both.
No, that's fantastic. One bit of advice I'll definitely give everyone, and having from an Energy Matters point of view, we attend these things more as media than anything else, just to understand and ask questions. And I think one of the biggest risks, or one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people make when they visit a show, is to have in the back of their mind questions. They kind of understand, okay, I am building a house, I'm renovating a home, I have these things circulating, but then if they don't feel they can articulate it in a very intelligent way, they'll generally bottle it and won't actually go and speak to somebody and ask that question. So my advice to you is, don't worry about it. Seriously, it doesn't matter how layman or how lame you think the question is. If it's something that you're thinking about, something that's important to you, that's what these guys are there for. They want you to ask them questions. They want to inspire you. They want to give you information. And it's why these things exist. So just go there with what shade of white do you think best suits that? Great. This is what my recommendation is, and there is no silly question, and there certainly is, the sillier the question, in my opinion, the better the answer you're going to get given, because that's something that means a lot to you, and it's going to have things click in your mind, and that's the next step for unlocking your true potential of your renovation. So once again, I am actually attending this show intently, knowing that we obviously have got a renovation that we're planning. So absolutely, we're certainly there to get inspired. It'd be awesome. So Maritza, tell me about the rest of the year, because I know this is one of many. So there's a lot coming up.
Yeah, it is. So we've got a very busy year ahead. We've obviously just come off the back of Brisbane Home Show, late Feb, which went fantastic. We had about a 54% increase in visitor attendance. So again, that really demonstrates how imperative these shows are. We've got Melbourne coming up next week. We then run to Sydney, 19th of May. We then follow on with Perth, which is in June, 18th of June. And then we start our second half of the year shows. So we've got Melbourne in August, September in Brisbane, and October in Sydney. Again, with the focus of our top categories, kitchens, bathrooms, interiors. But what's exciting about a second half is we're also bringing in outdoors, which is also very, very popular and just in time for spring. So working towards that now, which is really exciting.
That's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that it'll still be covered at the MCEC for Melbourne, because there is no spring. There's winter, and then we're lucky we get a little bit of summer.
Yeah, exactly right.
No, fantastic. Well, it certainly sounds very exciting, and obviously from my own point of view, obviously can't wait to see all the different, exhibitions, exhibitors, and what's new, and just the overall aesthetic of the place is going to be very exciting to see. And mostly from my point of view, I'm having Goodwe there, because it gives everyone, who's listening and watching this today, an opportunity to see really amazing renewable energy technology in a great environment, being their truck. And it's a real educational piece. You can actually understand when panels are working, how electricity is being created, how it's being stored, how it can be utilized around the home, and the different type of software that's available to track and monitor. It's a really cool thing. So excited for that. There you go, Goodwe. There's a little plug for you. But it really is a good thing. Maritza, thank you so much for jumping on today. I do appreciate it. It's been awesome to hear more about yourself, and obviously what you do for a living and what you've got coming up. It sounds incredibly exciting.
Thank you for the opportunity, Rosh. It's been lovely to chat with you, and can't wait to see you at the show.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank
you. Guys, before we finish up, once again, here's the red. I'm going to just sit up so you can actually see the link above me. But I can see me above the link. But here it is once again. So if you do want to register for the show and you are watching this, jump onto this. I will have it in the body of text in the different mediums that we publish. So you'll be able to just click the link and go straight through to it. And look, it's going to be an incredible show. So definitely attend. I'll be there. You want to go see James Treble. He's a good lad. He presents on Renovate, Rebuild and Open Homes Australia with us, as well as the Goodwe truck. Certainly going to be one of the stars of the show. For any of you who have yet to go solar, look, it's never too late. Jump onto our website and request up to 3 quotes, and we'll connect you with one of your local installer partners, and they can give you a quote and let you know if it's in your best interest, which it will, of course. Going solar is certainly something everybody should do if you can. And certainly if you've got solar panels already, look, batteries are still pricey, but they are coming down. So it's certainly worth seeing, what the opportunities are in terms of price and what your requirements actually are, by having an expert look at your bill and understanding how much you really, if you were to have a battery, what it would do to you in terms of your ROI. But most importantly, getting off using fossil fuel and using green power from your own home is the way forward anyway, right? So certainly would encourage everyone to do it if you can. Please follow us on our social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Just check out what we're up to, read our blogs. And look, hopefully if you're in Melbourne this weekend or next weekend, and at the home show, I'll see you there. Take care, guys. Have a fantastic rest of your week and the weekend. All the best. Bye.